When I first started to work at my current company, as Elena mentioned about our lunch break, she said, we are agile, right? So we also thought that we were working agile at our company. And I was so excited. I prepared the strategy for the new quarter. I made all the research or all the analysis. I'm like, you know what? I'm super duper confident in me. And we will do all the 50 ideas that we need to be testing in the next quarter. We will do them. So the reality was that we did just like 3 or 4 of them. And then it hit me that we do not work agile. Let me... Nice. And then it hit me that we do not work agile. Developers work agile. Developers work in a Scrum framework. We don't. We work as product managers in a waterfall mode. And it was very hard, to acknowledge that in 2023 you work in this way, but that was the true story. And I'm very happy that I had this opportunity because I am here now today in front of you presenting my experience. Hello, my name is Ina, and I am a product manager at Wachanga, and the product that I'm working on is Pregnancy Tracker app. I'm sure that mothers, women who are mothers, already know something about this type of product. But for those of you who don't, so basically we take women, no matter what pregnancy term she is, and we help her in her journey during her pregnancy. We make her feel confident. We give her information on medical approved information on which week of pregnancy, different tools, track weight, track symptoms, everything that you need during these 9 months. We are here for you, and we are here to help you. And we already helped 15 million women all around the world, so we are so proud of that. And as I said, the main issue that we faced was that, we are going very slow. We have so many ideas and so many tasks that we want to do, but we work kindly like, a big company that has over, thousands and thousands of employers, so something needs to be changed. And in order to change something, you need to look at your current processes, right? So in order to understand what's the problem, you need to look at your environment. And we were working in a Scrum environment. Here, I know that Scrum is like a buzzword, everyone knows about it, but just let's recap a little bit to be on the same page. Scrum has some artifacts and events, right? We start with the product backlog, which is order, a list of tasks. We have sprint planning, where we gather together, we analyze what will be delivered in the next sprint. We have daily scrums, where we meet daily, we discuss our progress. We have review and retro of the sprint, where we discuss what can be improved and what was achieved. Everything is clear here. Nice, everyone is working in this way. The big question that I have is what the hell happens before the product backlog? What does product manager do here? What framework he or she uses? And how can we improve this process? So in my case, and I'm sure that in the case of, many companies, product managers do everything alone. They gather requirements, they look at, users, data, they do interviews, they decompose, they prioritize, they do their RICE scoring all alone. And they give it to developers like, my job is done here, now you should work on this. And that's why it's waterfall, because we do it step by step by step, and when developers take my tasks and looks and is like, something is off here, something can be improved. The business logic is not that good, and we do it all over again. That's the problem. And that's why I'm here today to talk to you about Product Scrum. It's something a little bit different. We don't delete the engineering Scrum. Developers still will work in their Scrum environment, but we are doing something new for us, for product managers, in order for us to be happy and to deliver better. So, with this in mind, let's go over the main principles of Product Scrum. The first two, you know for sure. Decompose and prioritize. Nothing new here. Decompose a big task into smaller pieces and prioritize. Make sure that your reach is high, that as many users as possible can see your change. Nothing new. What is new here is the third point, which is involve. And I know that different speakers today talked about involvement of engineers in the product management process, but I'm here today to talk about how to involve the whole company in product management process. And the question is how? And the answer is simple. You create just one meeting, 1 hour meeting, and you invite the whole company. Not just your team with 5 members, but the whole company. In our case, we are 50. So 50 people will come to my grooming session, we call it grooming, and I will be the presenter, I will be the speaker, and the company will attend this meeting. We'll go more detailed soon, but let's just keep in mind that we have one meeting with all the team members. Now, it's important to know that we'll have 2 main topics to discuss, ideas and hypotheses. And what's the difference? Ideas are something more general, hypotheses are is something very strict, very specific, and everyone understands what needs to be done and what result it will have. So if it's cold in the room, an idea will be to turn on the heater or to drink a cup of tea. And a hypothesis will be, if I drink a cup of warm ginger tea at 80 degrees, I will feel warmer with 2 degrees. So with having this in mind, let's recap what's like the Product Scrum, how the sprint looks like, because we know about planning, daily and retro and sprint review in the engineering Scrum. What the hell happens here? So we have also research and discovery. The design thinking process remains the same, nothing changes. We have a new event called grooming, and we invite everyone in the company. And after that, we do the RISE scoring, and we prioritize the task, we create the documentation, and we give to developers something that is very clear, is very small, and everyone in the company knows about. That's the difference. I will pretend that you all here represent my company, 50 people, and I will be the product manager, and I will try to create a grooming session with you. So let's imagine that the sprint, the product sprint, has started, and I did my research, and I will start the demo. Hello, everyone. Very happy to see you today to my grooming of my product. I was speaking with some users recently, and they all said that the main skill when they were in delivery, when they were giving birth to a child, was breathing. And I think that it's a very nice idea to add a video course in our app that will teach users how to breathe. Everyone is like, wow, nice, Ina, you're so smart, cool, I like it. And then my teammate, Irina, who is a B2B sales, she will say, Ina, you know what? I am a mother, and I did deliver a baby, so I can certainly say that you forget everything when it's the delivery time. You don't care about the video courses that you've learned and the books that you've read. So you need something like right on when you open the app and you look and you are like, you remind yourself what needs to be done. And thank you, Irina, great feedback. And then Vasya, who is a developer, say, Ina, you know what? I have something interesting here. A video course. We have 30 languages in our app, 30. And it means that a video course should be translated in 30 languages. And like, it's a little bit too much. You need to find a pregnant woman who knows how to breathe and blah, 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 and film. Maybe we can do an article instead. And just, explain the exercises in an article, in a text form. Great, Vasya, thank you so much. I take this feedback, the demo has stopped here, right? I take this feedback and I go back to work for another sprint, analyzing all the feedback, analyzing the numbers, and preparing a very specific hypothesis with a very specific mock-up. And let's see it. Imagine that after 2 weeks, we are here again at the Grooming for Pregnancy Tracker app. Hello, everyone. Happy to see you. One sprint back, we discussed a crazy new interesting idea about adding video courses about breathing exercises. But I was thinking, let's for now create just one article and create like a promotion of this article, like a banner on the main screen. And the banner will say something like, learn how to breathe and prepare for an easier delivery or labor. And on the button, we will put this and that text, and it will look like this, and the user will think that it's a video, and we will show him the paywall if the user wants to see the video course. But it will be an article. So the user will think, nice, a video course, let's look. We'll see the paywall, we'll buy a subscription, and then for sure we will know, should we build this feature or not? Everything here is clear. My demo stopped there. Everything is clear. What needs to be changed in the product, what we will add, an article and a banner, like very, very clear. So that's the difference. After having this atomic hypothesis, I will do the ice scoring with the teammates who wants also to add their score to my atomic hypothesis. I know here might be a lot of new terms for you. And in the end, from Product Scrum to the Engineering Scrum, we'll go like 5, 7 very clear atomic hypotheses that are prioritized and that are very small with high confidence, and we will never build something big in which we are not confident enough. So what are the advantages of this new process? And why did we start using it and fell in love so much? The first and foremost is the team's perspective on the Product Scrum. Everyone from the company, B2B, designers, engineers, QA, doesn't matter, CEO, CPO, CTO, everyone is participating in my grooming for my product. I am not alone anymore, and everyone has a word to say on how the product should be developed. We don't, just criticize and say, no, this is not a good idea. We come with the feedback that can be just like, I know how to improve this hypothesis, or I know how to improve this idea, and that's it. So if you measure the NPS score for the satisfaction of user, and if you can do this to your team, I can certainly say that NPS score of your team will increase with Product Scrum, because everyone feels so involved and feels that their voice matters. As for me, as a product manager, I became so much more confident in the ideas that I have. And imagine that every 2 weeks, I am doing a presentation in front of you. Every 2 weeks, I am being challenged, I am being criticized, and every 2 weeks, I build this confidence, and I know how to debate, I know my user better, I know the numbers better, and I become a better product manager. And also, the quality of the hypotheses that I test are so much more cool, because I'm not thinking about, I will change like a small thing in the end of the app where just 1% of users will see this. I will think, what I can do in order to achieve as much result as possible with less work. And I am, organically filtering all the ideas that comes to this little brain. And last but not least is the advantages for the business. So we saw an increase in number of hypotheses that we have tested with 400%. And that's a crazy number. And also the time to market has decreased. We release features each sprint, and each sprint we have new features, new ideas, new hypotheses, new results, and it's an ongoing process, and we are so excited that we have so many knowledge from users in 1 month, more than we had in 1 year. And of course, we started to achieve our key results. I am presenting each time in front of you as my company with a label. So when I did the demo, there was a label on what metric I am focusing on. I will not come to you and say, that will be cool for user experience. No. What metric? Day 1 retention, average revenue per user, day 7 retention. What metric are you focusing on? That's the main focus. And we started to achieve our key results much more effective. So in the end, I want to empower you all, if you are a product manager or business owner, to not put all the pressure on the product manager's shoulders, prioritizing, analyzing new ideas, decomposing. That's a little bit too much for one person. And I'm not saying that you need to steal my job, because this is my responsibility still. But I'm telling you to do it together, because collective mind is for sure better than individual. And we can do this process, firstly, more effective, and secondly, less lonely. And I think that we can do together better than alone. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, yes.
Yes, thank you, Ina. We have questions.
And I'll be happy to answer.
Hi, Ina.
Hi.
Thank you for the presentation. It was really nice. And I just have one question about a single thing that you mentioned about your grooming sessions. So it's just like, how did you convince the company executives to spend 50 man-hours for a single grooming session?
Yeah, it was very scary. Very good questions, thanks. It was very scary at first. Like, everyone in the team, it's not mandatory. So if you don't want, you can just go and do your stuff. But if you don't come, you don't have the power to influence the task after all. You don't, so that's how we encouraged everyone to come. We're like, you know what? If you don't come to grooming, then you don't have a saying when the task is ready. You can't look at the task and say, I don't agree, let's do something else. No, you should come to grooming. That's one thing. The other thing, we had, let's say, successful story in another company. So it was a successful story built on the experience of another company, and we just copy-pasted it, basically. And you will fear, like, yes, it's a lot of time. Developers will not want to do that, but we have success there, and let's just try for 1 quarter. We don't lose anything. And we tried, and the CEO, CPO, they saw amazing results, as I showed you, and they agreed to do it further.
Well, looks like you know your customers really nice to involve a lot of people on a single meeting, and looks like your ideas are really profitable.
Yes,
Good job.
yes. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any other questions on Product Scrum or whatever other thing, yes, thank you.
Thank you for a great presentation. I have a question more related to the also grooming session you have. Yeah, you involve all the employees. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, and you coming with a new idea. You're providing this idea to them, and they will come with their thoughts about it. And each thought, actually, from inside the company, it's a little bit tricky to take into consideration because they are working with the products daily, 8 hours a day, they're working the product, and their thoughts may be far away from the thoughts of the customer or your final clients.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Yeah, that's true, 100%. Thank you. So look, when they come to the grooming session, they will not say, it's not a brainstorming, it's different. They will not come and say, I think the customers, like, they will need this or that. They are coming to the grooming session to increase the chances of success of this idea. So they can help me as a product to make it easier, to increase reach, to increase its, effect on the metrics. They will not say, for example, something from the customer's perspective, because it's my job to do the research. And we challenge the idea. We don't challenge, I would say, the whole concept behind it. So it's my job to prepare ideas that are validated, either from competitors, either from interviews, either from, I don't know, stakeholders, So that's how we don't, we make, if somebody is saying like, you know what, I know that users needs this, and we are like, no, you can't say, no, we are not here for this. So if you have any questions, go and make some interviews and come to me and we will discuss and we will brainstorm another time. But we don't take such feedback from the team.